G'day everyone, welcome to today's stream. I'm your host Mitch, you can call me Taz, and would you look at that? Not this guy, absolutely bloody ugly, but what you can look at is, what way is it? Yes, this way. Look at that beautiful bloody thing. Oh my gosh, isn't it gorgeous? One of my favourite liveries of all time. I mean, the Malaysian Airlines, they've just done it so well. Today we're doing a flight, well, if the UI would load up, one moment. Doing a flight from Kuala Lumpur to Singapore. I've done this flight in real life too many times. And the reason why we're flying Malaysian Airlines over anything else is they have really nice peanuts. They have the best peanuts in the world. And that we're doing this for peanuts today, everyone. Okay. Look, I know we should be doing it for serious matters. We're doing it for the peanuts. Other than that, my malarkey. I'll be soon flying Malaysian Airlines myself when I fly over to Malaysia in a few weeks' time now. Gonna go over and see family. So, you know, it's a coup de grace, I should say. Also, when I was down in... what was it? When I was down in Melbourne, I actually saw Malaysian Airlines' A330 Neos and had this livery on it. And it is, without a doubt, one of the best looking liveries I think on any airline today. I think Condor is also great. Qantas is okay. I think it can do better. Skippy needs his bloody hands back, but overall I would say Malaysian Airlines top 3 liveries. So you might notice from the title something very interesting. Most hated airliner. Now, is that regarding Zibomod? Definitely not. Those guys have done such a fantastic job with this. Optimization's not that good with beta 3, well, with 12.3 beta. But obviously it's a beta, okay? So those things will be patched out eventually. But why do I say that 737 as an aircraft is my favorite, well, is my most hated airliner? Well, let's see. How many problems has this thing had in its history? And we're not even talking about the maxes, we're going back further than that. You start to see the picture. Cockpit, cramped as anything. Systems, I mean, if you want a bit of work to do, look up the auto brake system on the 737 and how unreliable it is. And it's been the same since the 60s, and it's the same today. The cockpit is... while it has digital panels, and you look at the Maxes, relatively modern, are still archaic, especially compared to the Airbus. And it's very much a aircraft from the 60s in many ways. I like my classic birds. I don't like this classic bird. You've got those little square engines down there, and well, you've got a rudder that now works on the NG models. But I think my biggest gripe, and you'll see them everywhere on these aircraft, is these windows. Now, when I like to look out a window, I like to look out a window using my head, not my other head. Give you a second to process what I'm talking about. The windows are way too low on 737s. I don't know if the average height of people has gone up that significantly in the past 50, 60 years. But the windows, I'm sorry, they're at crotch height. They're horrendous. So, okay, let's visualize. G'day. If I'm sitting in the seat normally, my head's around here. Do you see a problem? They're for your crotch. So I have to bend my head, give myself a strained neck, just to come down here, just to look out. It's stupid. If I'm here, look at that. My head's under the headrest. The window should be here, but it isn't. So that is very much a gripe I have with it. Anyway, well, let's get in the cockpit. I can stop complaining. Anyway, welcome to the rust bucket. No, wait, no, I'm not allowed to say that. Welcome to the cockpit. I actually have some time sitting in these cockpits when I was flying down to Victoria 2 weeks ago now. I had 2 legs on 737s, and I got to go in the cockpits of both, and both pilots that I spoke to very much did not like them, and they were both MAX pilots as well. But as you might see, the cockpit looks a bit different to your normal, and that's because I've got a cockpit mod on for photoreal. My problem is when it's zoomed out, it looks very pixely and all that, but you zoom in and it's actually the texture quality is a lot higher than what is standard. Anyway, let's come up here. Get the battery switch on. Emergency lights can be armed. Everything's coming on. We're gonna go to our ground services. We're gonna get the chocks and we're gonna get the GPU set. Let's come up. GPU is available. I'll switch this over. Gonna come up all the way up here and nav for our alignment. Now everything is slowly loading up. Definitely loud, you can hear that. Now unfortunately with Kuala Lumpur I don't have any scenery. There's a really good freeware scenery for Kuala Lumpur. However, that specific scenery does not have KLIA 2. So he's developed the scenery, I don't know why, but he's developed the scenery to not have AirAsia's terminal, which, if I go up, is over there. So the really good freeware does not include this. It doesn't even include the runway, so it's missing a runway. So we've reverted back to the original. Is it any good? No, not really. But you know, it's what we have to deal with today. At least we've got all the taxiways. They're all correct. But I think there's a Sepang circuit, but yeah, Orthos had a field day with that one. But anyway, let's get back down here. Ooh, we are on VATSIM today. It's just, unfortunately, this area of the world is very busy. Well, not busy. Apparently there's an event going to be in Kota Kinabalu soon, so I think that's next week, so I'm going to definitely try join that. Why is that open? Must be flying Chinese passengers. If you know, you know. Okie doke. So, let's get in this cockpit. We'll give Zibo this and credit for it. Sounds of this aircraft are phenomenal. They're really, really good. And to think that this is all free. Okie doke. So, your damper can come on. Those don't need to come on. APU isn't even on. Everything's looking good. Pumps are on off. That's what we want. APU is bleed. Actually needs to come on in case we want. Isolation can go to auto. Don't need heating at the moment. Probably melt the glass given Malaysia's heat. It's good. And we'll get our steady lights. That's our nav lights, right? Negative. So I'm still trying to learn this aircraft. Is it the anti-collision lights? Gonna guess it's that because the strobes are actually designated as another thing. Let's now go to our weight, fuel and balances. Payload today is going to be 13,040, so that we'll get that put in. Fortunately, this is all in pounds. Now, every single time I load this aircraft or unload it, it changes this, and it does my head in. General config, kilos, HPA. There we go. So this should be all good now. Payload. Payload total, as we said, is going to be 13,040 kilos. Very nice. It's having a spasm right now. Perfect. No worries, we'll take that. Take off. Oh, don't want to do that. Fuel truck. So we want 5.3 tons. 5.35. Okay, so we'll go 5.4 tons to be safe. Perfect. Let's go call the fuel truck. He's going to come on over. Perfect. Knowing Kuala Lumpur, our initial will be close to 5,000. Just realised it's not painted on this side, but the Malaysian logo is on the right side. Very interesting. So while that's all getting sorted,
ground flight deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
As it should be. 122.8. Perfect. So if I go like this, 1 2 1 2, perfect. Let's come down now to our FMC position in it. We are at WMKK, and our right today is going to be flight number today is going to be Malaysian 1. So we'll get that put there. And we'll get our route put in as Whiskey Mike Kilo Kilo Whiskey Sierra 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 01.
Ground flight deck fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Perfect. So our legs, departures, arrivals. So we're departing 32 right, that I do know of, and we'll reference our charts here. RUSP 1 Delta departure. I think that's already been put in. Let's see. RUSP 1 Delta, perfect. We'll actually get these up now, so to aid us today, 1006 QNH. No worries. Does it change for this side? No, it doesn't. It's 1005, 1006, there we go. 33 degrees today, hot day, so we're definitely going to be using a bit more runway up. Let's get our airport charts. And on top of that, we're going to get our departures. Let's just check that's 10-2 Quebec. Yep. Here you go. Rusbu right there, so straight up, heading at 66 degrees, and then turn down, no worries. We'll taxi via... Oh yeah, I think we go out this way and then come around, so we'll go Sierra, Sierra 5, Hotel, and then holding point Alpha 10. So that's no worries. Everything's looking good here as well, and we'll actually get our aircraft loaded, so we're going to start flight leg. Gonna get these panels turned down just a little bit.
Boarding is now complete. Flight attendants prepare the cabins. Verify arm doors, standby for all call.
Alright, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Take. But we're somehow already loaded. Very interesting. I don't believe putting it on instant, so let's get our fuel weight and balances. Perfect, so we're going to come down here, we're going to go down to our init page. ZFW, what's it? 5574. And just put 55 in. Reserves for today, I'll read the Oscar Foxtrot Papa, the OFP. Let's check. $2.4. Cost index today is going to be 35. And then, yeah, our cruise altitude today, not too high, of 20, well, it's supposed to be 27,000 feet. So I don't know why it's put in 25.6. Unless we're performance limited. Yep. Alright, and one limits. What's our limits on T-curve? Let's get this put in. So we're going to be flaps 5. Okay. Now D-rate to number 2. Temperature is 5.1. There we go. Then climb 2 is also selected. Awesome. So flaps 5 departure, as we've said. And give us the speeds. Let's check. 55.7. It's a bit lower than what was stated. That could also be a difference between Zibo and the... Yep, payload total is all correct. Yep. Okay, if that's what the aircraft thinks, then no worries. We're going to go to our... We're going to come up top now. We're going to get our APU started. So we come here. And hold down the start. Watch the EGT rise. And we'll get our fuel pumps on. We're going up to 27, so we'll put this down to 28. Low oil pressure, that's what you expect. All those hydraulic pumps can just be on standby. They're electronic hydraulic pumps. Bleed out pressure already building. Don't need the window heat on yet. EGT's rising, 800. It's within safe limits. And starting to fall, no worries. Don't know why spoilers are out. APU is coming along. AUT is falling. Get the packs on. And we're on APU power. Ground power can come off them. I think we're starting to get ready, so we're going to go pre-plan push back. I do need to reinstall my sound mods. Okay, no, so we'll go this way. So we'll go Sierra 4. That's no worries. There we go.
Ground cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Put the vest on over your head.
That could be one of the different voices, I don't know. Because I did a flight in India recently and it was Cat Strader's voice. Transponder, go over there. Okie doke, everyone. So, everything is looking sorted. APU's running, get those chocks off. The ground services. Disconnect and remove both. Cabin lighting is coming off.
Ground cockpit, those driving up.
Kuala Lumpur traffic, g'day, Malaysia 01 is pushing back satellite terminal Alpha from Charlie 1.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
V1 speed is going to be 139, let's get that sorted. Negative, that's our V2 speed. Heading for the runway is going to be roughly that. We can actually double check 326, perfect, and initial 5,000. Fortunately we aren't. We don't have a overhead guy. Fortunately that's just down to just Kuala Lumpur not being that popular as it bloody should be. But Singapore's the same. Like I rarely see towers.
Has been inserted. Release parking brake.
Okie doke, parking brake is released.
Starting pushback. You may now start your engines.
Start when we get pushed back a bit. Let's come up top. Get our beacon on. Pack's coming off. And ignition right, ground. That's one thing I will give. I can actually get the music paused one moment. Something I will give credit to Zibo is the sounds are really good. They get the bass absolutely perfect. Like I've got nice headphones. I can feel the rumble in said headphones. Okie doke, good engine start, EGT in the green. So now we'll get ignition over the other side and engine start. Let's get some sunnies on. Introduce fuel. I'll give him that. It sounds absolutely awesome.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Disconnecting though. Stand by.
Trim is in the green bands. Let's bring that down just a little bit. Good starts on engine 2, so we're going to get APU off because dual bleed is a thing in this thing. Pack's coming back on and switching over to APU can come off now. Recircs are on auto, nice. Window heat coming on and probe heat can also come on. All the hydraulic pumps are on, no need for anti-ice today, all good. Let's get flaps 5 sorted. You have to look at this
Tow is
indicator
disconnected
right
and
here.
piston has been removed. Hand signal on the left. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, doke, so Kuala Lumpur traffic, g'day, Malaysian 01, taxiing from East Satellite South via Sierra 4, Hotel holding short Alpha 10 of runway 32 right. Kuala Lumpur traffic. Okie doke, so parking brake coming off. Let's drive ourselves forward, make sure our seatbelt signs and all that are on. Used to flying a much larger plane, as you can probably tell. Flight directors coming on. Auto throttle coming to arm. And auto brakes coming to RTO. How did I get this thing armed again? Something like that. We'll get that done in the pre-flight. Oh, it is a player. Turkish 737 is an interesting choice to say the least. I actually have to check on VATSIM. While we're doing that, actually, we can check. VATSIM radar, I would say, is rather hopeless. Like, that service, half the time it's just down and not working. Fly high, man. At least flying a 737 as well. Well, what looks like it. Okay, flaps 5 set. Speeds will be on VNAV. Or introduce LNAV. LNAV will only kick in once we're within 15 degrees of runway heading. Oh, that's don't need to come on yet. G'day, Cressida. Cressida, is this your first time in the 737? Okay, no, we're just going to hold short here. I'm just going to slow it down. Parking brake set. Oh, perfect lineup. Perfect lineup. I'm giving myself credit for that one. Let's come up here. Strobes coming on. Ignition coming as standard. And we'll get all the landing lights are on. Strobes are on. Seatbelt signs sorted. Automatic on pressurization. Always got to make sure of that because Helios. Everything is all good. Navigation is all sorted. Flaps set. Auto brake RT. Oh, I don't know why they're disarmed. It's probably because we are. I won't be surprised if that's the case. Spoilers will become armed shortly. And we'll get our transponder fully on. And we are ready to go. Check that there's no traffic, and yes, we are treating while using the map. Kuala Lumpur traffic, g'day. Malaysian 01 taking runway 34 right. Kuala Lumpur traffic. Okie doke. Parking brake coming off. Clear left. Clear right. Okay. Let's go. Chronos. 50% stable. Toga. I forget what my toga button is, damn it.
80 knots.
80 knots, cross-checked, alleviating forward pressure. 100 knots.
V1 rotate.
Rotating. Oh, very
Positive
windy.
rate.
Positive. Oh, hang on. Positive right now. Gear up. Very windy. Holy moly. Gee whiz. Keep a steady, boy. Oh, we got a tailwind. That might be why. I didn't go to plan, did it? Oh, jeez. Left, right, left, right. Oh, yeah,
1000.
Muhammad Ali. Kuala Lumpur traffic, Malaysian 01 is passing through 1,300 Kuala Lumpur traffic. Awesome. Still hand flying it. Cool. Flaps 2, flaps 1, flaps up. Auto brakes off. Trim. That's why we have a trim wheel for. And autopilot. Awesome. Okie doke. Flaps up. Spoilers in. Brakes off. After takeoff checklist complete. I'm just going to go over to this because there's definitely some controls that have turned themselves off.
1,000 to go.
Cool. Let's go up to 25,000 now. $27,000 correction. What was it? Hardware? Yeah. Yep, there we go. That's what I want. Cool. Very windy day. Oh look, now it's turned to a headwind. Goodbye Malaysia. That's through 6,000 now. Transition's 10,000. Ah, no worries, Cressida. Cressida, you on MSFS or X-Plane today? Heard the 737 MAX is actually, the iFly 737 MAX is actually pretty good. Except for trying to get to places at certain times. The reason I say that is because I was doing Milkrun Monday yesterday and someone complained about it. Well, the tower said, oh, you know, it's very sensitive, that sort of thing. Okie doke. Very nice. On that departure. Transition, as I said, we'll do it 10,000. And standard. I'm a smooth sailor now. Very nice. Above 10,000, seatbelt sign can come off. And landing lights in. Pressurization is all good. They are pointing up, thankfully. And cabin altitude is climbing.
The currencies for duty repurchases. Due to security regulations, we'd like to remind you about restrictions to carry on baggage containing liquids, gels, or creams.
There you go, comfortably up right now. By this point I would have already had my headphones on. I'm just looking at my screen. But actually we can do that. Oh, how gorgeous is that view? How gorgeous is that? It's humid, as Malaysia is. And there. That'll be my last scenery I need to get for Asia, is Kuala Lumpur. I've got Changi. I don't have the Thai Model Wars one. I might get that someday. I've got Changi. I've got Hong Kong recently, which I'll be honest, slightly disappointed with it. It's very old, I found out after I purchased it. I like to get Bangkok. There's a really good freeware one, but there's a lot of glitches with it and it's missing a runway now. Bangkok, Kuala Lumpur are really the two major airports that I need to get sceneries for. Of which, this Friday, really big flight for the channel. We'll be flying the 777-200 from London all the way down to Kuala Lumpur. It's about 12-hour and 50-minute. Well, that's the flight time. Really long haul. I'm sick of. It's always Singapore, Kuala Lumpur to London. No, we're doing the other way around. It's time that, you know, Kuala Lumpur represent. So that's what we'll be doing this Friday. Don't worry, I will be in a coma for 80% of that flight. So that's going to be an overnight flight for me. During the day, though, for you guys, but very long flight indeed. Got a beautiful Malaysian livery, and it's got the Rolls-Royce engines, which makes it even better, because they're the best sounding engines for me when it comes to 777. So yeah, that is what we've got up. Yeah, next. Actually, no. Tomorrow we're also streaming. We're going to do the 777 Flight Factor 777 Beta. We're just going to, I don't know, go to Hong Kong, chuck some bad weather on. So we won't be doing that on VATSIM. I don't know. It depends. If there's bad weather in the region, I'll chuck us on VATSIM. If not, I'll make it. I'll make it rainy, but then we won't be on VATSIM. So see how it goes. Anyway, we're probably at what, 20,000 feet now? 22,000 feet. No worries. Where's that distance? There's that top descent. Has that already got our approach into it? No. Okay, so come to our arrivals. So we are going for zero to left, and we'll be using the Turbo 1 Alpha. Perfect. So if I go through here, okie doke. So rivals, us to left, transition APAR with Turbo 1 Alpha. Yep, awesome. Now that that's all sorted, let's come up here and we'll get our charts up to start the brief for Changi. So QNH 1006 as well, 30 degrees there. 5 knot wind,
That's
020, so we'll have a slight tail, well, we will have a tailwind. 5 knots with parameters though. And great visibility. 9090909. Okey-doke, so we'll get our airport charts up. We'll get rifle. And we're going to get our approach. (11-1). Here we go. T-bin by 250, and then we need to be above 10,000 of AMPO. Iwasu Vexel. Then there's Samco, that will get us onto center. We're going to go from Vexel direct to APA because we're going to land on the left runway. So we're going to go here, direct to APO, and then on for the ILS. So here you go, APA, and then that's directly in. Localizer will be up, so 3500 we need to be by Anuma. That's when we'll have localizer and approach. Minimums today, decision height 222 or 222 if you are Mr. Richie Benno. Cirrus of 023, that's no worries. Go around. Let's check this out. So transition altitudes 11,000, transition levels 130. We'll keep that in mind. Go around procedure. Climb 1000, then left turn to and climb to 4000 via a heading of 335. And then is that going to be a circle into land? Yeah, so you'll go and then obviously if you have a controller then you'll be vectored around, no worries. Missed approach, here we go. Climb to 1000, climb left turning 4000 via 335. PU VOR to Acoma. And hold or as directed by ATC. You have to wait for ATC, but we will direct back over here, but St. John, or we'll probably fly around the country. That's no worries. So 3500 by APA. Mind you, we need to get rid of that final waypoint. Just come down here. We can delete Samco, and we're going to get APA and put that there. Perfect. So it's more seamless. Only a short flight today, but benefit of being in this region of the world. Big hubs, big planes, small flights. Here you go, T1, Vampo. Worries. Obviously, Terminal 2 is the international terminal. Actually, check that up. I forget what terminal they pick us up at. Where does Malaysian Airlines park at? Terminal 2. Okie doke. So, Terminal 2 is on this side. So, we will get off Whiskey 5, Whiskey 4, taxi 5, either Papa or November, and then Papa 7, and we'll come on to Terminal 2. So that's no worries for us. Perfect, so we're very much briefed, doing good. Alright, our cruise altitude, very nice. Then what we do, we'll come out onto the water and then we'll just follow the coast down. Let's check the chat. Ah, I see Crusader, yeah. The AnyBuild A320 Neo, that's actually, for MSFS, that's actually a really decent model. I'll give them credit for it. Like, really good fidelity. Are you on, well, you would have to be on PT to be on VATSIM. It's just a fly-by-wire one. That's very nice. And for 737s, look, I know it's very much a underdog and you won't have many liveries for it, but the PMDG 737-600 runs phenomenally, but it also has the NG cockpit that you see here, so it's the exact same, pretty much. Best amount of liveries is going to be the 800, obviously. You can also try the 737-100, but yeah, you are paying a PMDG price for those things. Anyway guys, I'm going to be right back. I just need to use the loo. Alright, I'm back. 100% Cressida. 100%. I just need to check I'm not being yelled at by a controller or something down in Singapore. Yeah. There's 2 aircraft on the runway in 02 Centre. He's taking off, the other one's lining up and waiting, hopefully. No, he looks like he's moving. Interesting. Yeah, information Bravo. 02 left is what we're landing on, 21.65. There you go, that put him starting out descent. Oh, look at that. That looks gorgeous. Something I will 100% give X-Plane is the lighting. Oh look, bit of rain, very nice. Actually, we can probably chuck it. Yeah, look at that. Chuck the weather radar on, look at that. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh, you can actually see the shadow of the cloud over the water. So let's get our ATIS information again. 12825. One two eight 025. Maybe it's the ATIS, Delta ATIS. Let's see. No, that's departures. Ah, okay. Alright. Gee, it's almost white out with this rain. Very interesting. It's got no controller, so I can't really do anything about it. There you are, Cressida. And you're at 27,000 feet as well. Very nice. And following the same flight plan. Oh, turbulence. So you're flying the 737-8. Are you flying on X-Plane right now? That's what I'm finding interesting. I'm just reading your comments. Because you say MSFS, but you're flying 737-800, which means you either have PMDG or you're flying the Zibomod and X-Plane. Also, g'day to all the other viewers. Apologies for not introducing myself. Something that Zebo does too many times, it does my head in. I have that block so it doesn't go by my throttles, and then it just goes by my throttles. Idle thrust. Hello Singapore, and you can tell because you get, you can barely see it, but you got the straight that goes through. Don't do that. ATIS doesn't look like it wants to come alive. I'm just gonna check VATScope on my phone because that typically updates a lot faster. It's only got departure clearance. Rear brake's not on, they're out. Very nice photo. Let's see. $14,000. $1,000 to go until we change over. Go auto brake 2. We're gonna switch over now. 1006. Check the brand new ATIS information. 1006. Perfect. Wind 5 knots still. Back on 122 this time. Really need a wing position that. So I was flying on a 737 just the other day. I was in the front row exit, and this was my view. There we go. Let's just check the chat. Ah, very nice. What are the things you've bought? Must say, I do enjoy the music. Just chills out everything. Around 10,000 feet now. Not so bad. Very nice, Cressida, very nice. Yeah, I own Sydney and Brisbane sceneries. Yeah, 100%. I mean, for me, my priority in any sim is buy the sceneries, especially like for Australian airports, because I fly so many times. I'm an Aussie, so a lot of my flying is done there. But yeah, 100%. Orbex YBBN V2 is really good. Flight Tampa Sydney is also fantastic, but it does need a little upgrade with a few things. Oh, look at the rain coming in. Is that with the music? No. Okay, I like that. Need to change over my cockpit view. Oh, that's very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Oh, complete whiteout now. Must have flown through a cloud. Go down 8,000 now. Speed breakers armed. Nice. Auto breakers set. Just want to check. No, it doesn't. Get the wipers out. Oh, any builds, yeah. Yeah, completely fine. I mean, obviously with X-Plane, we're very much limited to Orbex for a lot of things. There's definitely other developers. Thai Models still develop stuff for X-Plane, thankfully. They haven't abandoned us. Well, actually, that's what I'm liking is because of the development of X-Plane 12 this year alone, like the massive overhauls, is we're finally seeing a lot of creators come back, which I'm certainly loving. Okay, doke, let's get our CRS set. So ILS 2's left, 2-3. I don't think we need to get out to. Is that? Oh, this is nav radio. Okay. 110, just 19. One just 19. Just 19. Perfect. Rain's gone for 2 secs. Let's get our landing lights out. Turn off lights. Cool. We should be fully illuminated. Pressurization's all good. Nice. There's Changi to our 2 o'clock. 11 o'clock, correction. There's 20 left. Oh, those not all the boats. It's a really cool thing about living there. Okay, we're gonna get the localizer armed. Localizer captured, very nice. Clear ourselves down 2500 for the next waypoint. Singapore traffic, G'day, Malaysian 01 is established on localizer 13 miles for runway 02 left. Still on the localizer with the VNAV pass, so that's no worries. Oh my gosh. It gets wipers out. Come flaps 2. Flaps in transit. Close slope captured. What draws me to X-Plane over MSFS, thing runs really well. Default airports are a lot better. The system depth for most aircraft is significantly better, I find, personally. One moment, I'll talk more about it once we land. Let's go to our net. 138 is our landing speed. Singapore traffic, G'day, Malaysian 01, 8 miles established on glide slope for runway 02 left. Singapore traffic.
2500.
Next stage flaps, please. Let's bring that speed down as well. 138 is where we want to be. I want to slow down a bit faster. Gear coming down. Gear down 3 grains. Flaps 10. Flaps 15. Seven knot headwinds, divide that by 2. Flaps 25. Flaps 30. We'll look down here again. Flaps 30 landing today. $1,000.
1,000 feet stabilized, Mr. Perch, altitude set.
That's it. Singapore traffic, Malaysian 01, short final, runway 02 left. Okie doke, flaps 30, set, 3 greens, checked, auto brake, set, spoilers, armed, ready for land. My aircraft. Get it back on center line.
400.
Wiper coming off.
300.
Auto throttle coming off.
200.
Let's get back on center line. Ooh. Bit of winds.
100.
Stable.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Idle.
10.
Oh, there we go. I'll take it. Very windy conditions. Reverses green. Full reverse. Decel, 100 knots.
80 knots.
Cross checked. Reverse is coming in. Auto brake coming off. And vacating to the right. Perfect, and it's exactly where I wanted to get off at. I forgot the brake settings for this thing. A lot less, well, not as powerful as you'd like them to be. Okie doke. Let's hold that. That's coming off. APU coming out. Spoilers coming up. Flaps coming up. Awesome. Position lights coming to steady. Logo lights on. Anti-collision lights are on. Perfect. APU is coming on. Let's just double check that we don't have a ground controller on. Fortunately we do not. Oh, the brakes. Okay, and that, and then Singapore traffic, g'day, Malaysian 01 is clear of runway 02 left. Singapore traffic. Awesome, that's all set up. Okie doke, let's check our taxi charts now. Taxi Vatpac to Terminal 2. Singapore traffic, g'day. Malaysian 01 taxiing via Vatpac to Terminal 2. Singapore traffic. Okie doke. So, back and brake coming off. APU is set. Here's Vatpac here. Very nice. I'll take that landing. There you go, localizer established, very to left, very nice. Get also the chronos turned off. That's T1, we're not going to T1. Vatpac 7 as well, we'll turn off. Make sure all of our landing lights are in fact off. Turn off lights actually need to come off as well. Not bad at all, not bad. Don't worry everyone, we will be getting a replay of it all. Now to see his procedures comments. Okay, so what draws me to explain, it's very simple. It works. The systems work really well, the UI really well, and as a content creator, which is a bit cringy for me to say, it's so much easier to film stuff on this simulator than it is for MSFS. On top of that, the aircraft selection of X-Plane for me is better. 757, 767s, aircrafts that I love. I have access to them only on here. On top of that, I'm someone who likes the nerdy stuff like the systems depth. So like 747-200 is only on X-Plane. And or you have the Tollis stuff, which Tollis is going into MSFS briefly. And with it you're going to get some really nice stuff, like the A340-600, which we have in MSF X-Plane. But what I like more is the clouds, but also setting up controls for X-Plane is extremely easy. And when I both had a Cytek X56, I've changed to a VKB Gladiator this week. So much better. Is the X56 wasn't even being picked up, let alone registered, which is to me ridiculous. So I couldn't actually use that stick, and 2024 would not let me load up. So that was really, really annoying. But yeah, look, and I also, X-Plane runs a lot better. Graphically, yeah, it is inferior in some regards. The clouds are way better on X-Plane, more realistic. But yeah, like anti-aliasing problems, like reading that. Yeah, I can see. I can definitely see the problem with it. I don't know. It's something you'll learn. Oh my god, this thing's brakes just don't. Sorry, that's entirely on me. Okay, doke. Let's come up here. APU power, APU bleed. Make sure dual bleed isn't a thing. Pumps coming off, and with that, engines 1, engines 2. Now I'll see. You haven't landed yet, have you? No. Now this airport was a home airport for me for 2 years. So, where are you? You probably got like 5 miles, something like that on it. But yeah, X-Plane just runs better, like significantly. And also what I do love is default airports in X-Plane look fantastic, because we have the X-Plane gateway. Basically people make sceneries for free, but also if they're really good they get put in the sim. So yeah, there is a market for high-end sceneries like this one. This isn't this is Cloud Surf. This isn't time models, which looks phenomenal, I must say. But yeah, there's definitely a market for these things. Am I on the wrong? No, I'm on the correct runway. Oh, there you are. Oh, you're a bit low there, sir. You made sure you set your QNH correctly? Yeah, by my logic, you're not going to make it over the buildings, sir. Maybe you will, but you're going to definitely take out a few windows with your thrust. Let me also get some music on, because that's what we need. Yeah, also another thing I think Kenko pointed out is, get some music on for this one, is something X-Plane does a lot better is with our ortho add-ons, is our ortho on the ground is horrendous compared to MSFS. Our ortho at altitude is a lot better, which if you're flying airlines like I do, it's not bad. But I do have some GA stuff, which I really want to fly. But that's something that I will give credit to X-Plane, is the feel of aircraft in X-Plane is 5 times better. And I mean that. I mean it is so much better than... Oh, you probably landed. There we go. Awesome. And now you sink down into my scenery. Very nice, sir. Very nice. Yeah, it's something I do like with X-Plane. It's a lot nicer. What also is great is what I'm going to showcase now is the replay system. So let's get the replay up. Just going to temporarily disconnect me. Don't worry, I'm at stand 44 on Terminal 2 if you want a taxi over there. But look at that. Especially with V3. Look at the city. Now this is something that this scenery does do well. Is just the city scenery is just fantastic. Need to take a photo of that because that looks awesome. But what I will say is X-Plane does weather a lot better. Like significantly better. What I want to do is I want to look out. I mean, we were stable at 1,000, but she got really shaky the closer we got down. I'm gonna go runway view here. Like this. This is what I love. Ease of use. I would say MSFS and let me kick the tail out there. There you go, boy. There you go. Rodeo went in. Is oh, very nice. You know, that's just pure skill there. Is replay works seamlessly, especially with the 12.3 beta. Is I can just do all these replays the entire day, and I can go back to Kuala Lumpur and get footage, really easy. Oh, that was a fantastic landing. I think we need. I want to get the wing view of that one. Man, here we go. Chuck us on this wing view. Yeah, she's pretty loud. I do apologise. Yeah, so that's the thing is, I mean, mind you, is it graphically inferior? In some regards, yes. Especially ground textures. I mean, just look at that and compare that to MSFS. It's way better in MSFS. But I'm using NVIDIA Smooth Motion, which is a new feature that's come out on the RTX 40 cards. Oh, look at those wings go. And it looks like you've got 60 FPS. I'm probably running at 40, and it's got 80 FPS smoothness. Oh, that was good. I'm giving that was a really good landing. I'm giving myself credit for that one. In the touchdown zone, she be right. And mind you, one thing I do like with X-Plane 12 is the legacy. All the stuff from X-Plane 11, or most of it, works for X-Plane 12, especially sceneries. But like right now, I could get in the flat factor 777, which is significantly better in my eyes than the PMDG one.
I've feet stabilized, Mr. Burchell.
I've had the opportunity to try the PMDG 777. Not a fan. It feels. Sorry, my dog's farted. It feels significantly different to the X-Plane one. The X-Plane one is more dynamic, but you feel the weight of the aircraft, and that's simply because that's something X-Plane allows. And mind you, the X-Plane physics engine's been developed for over 20 years. It's far more dynamic. You feel the weight of aircraft much more than MSFS. And I'll give a quick example. Rotate MD-11. I chuck it on a bank angle, a steep bank angle 45.
200.
That thing's gonna drop. It's gonna dip, and it's gonna. You need to put quite a bit of motion in it to get that thing level. TFDI MD-11, and mind you, every plane's different because of the model job. I will go on a 35 degree bank angle and it floods straight.
30.
No
20.
wing going like this or whatever.
10.
So it's something you understand when you try X-Plane is, and people talk about it, but when you are able to witness it yourself, You can't beat it. You genuinely cannot beat the feeling of X-Plane in any other sim. The only one I'll give credit to is DCS. And that's something the CEO of PMDG believes in as well. When they released 777, he stated it. DCS has the best feel, X-Plane closely second. Now don't get me wrong, MSFS has a lot of aircraft I want. The Beechcraft Starship for one. And I own way too much money in MSFS, and I only recently bought the 727 because that hasn't been updated for X-Plane yet, but the head guy of FlyJ Sims actually just recently got back and rejoined the, well, he hasn't rejoined the company. He's got back from his long-term break from the company in development. So yeah, that's awesome. So he posted a photo yesterday of the 737-200 for X-Plane 11, but in X-Plane 12. So hopefully very soon we get that, because end of year we'll get a 777F. I'll be seeing that wingtip very soon. 22 days now. I'll be flying from Sydney up to Kuala Lumpur, so that's an A330-300. Unfortunately couldn't go on the A330neo because the connecting flight wouldn't make it, and then from there I have to go to Johor. Oh, look at those wings. Very, 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 very nice. Also, that's something that's on every X-Plane aircraft, but on minimal MSFS aircraft. Wind effects, like vortices in the water on the runway, or humidity on the top of the wings. All these little quality of life features. And what I'm going to do is for the photo op... Oh, piss off. Connect back to the server. Ah, you're over there. That's Scoop with... Oh, wow, that's interesting model matching. So it's a Fly Scoop plane, but it has the original Tiger Air livery on it. And then you, there's you. Ah, yeah, I know why that gate is actually closer. Anadolu Jet. Oh yes, that's the other one. But yeah, great conversation, by the way, great questions. But yeah, other than that, I ain't gonna be off. I need to go cook myself some dinner, otherwise I will probably faint. Not really, I'm just a drama queen. I hope everyone enjoyed today's stream, especially you, Crusader. I mean, just look at that. And that's something that X-Plane does 10x better, is the lighting. I will die on that hill. Anyway, I'm going to get that replay sorted. I think that... Oh, where do we want to go? Okay, and with that everyone, I hope you've enjoyed today's stream. There's a fly flies into my face. I'm your host Mitch. Oh, g'day Black Knight, now you finally got here. Yeah, he sure has, Black. Anyway, all of you guys, you have a good one. I'm Taz. Well, I'm Mitch, you can call me Taz. Have a great night. Cheers.